Andrew Brunson had been living and working as a Christian pastor in Turkey for more than 20 years. But shortly after the failed coup in the country in 2016, he was arrested. He was charged with associating with two terrorist organizations, the PKK and FETÖ, the movement that the Turkish government says was behind the attempted takeover. On Wednesday, he was released from prison on health grounds and placed under house arrest. The U.S. administration is demanding that all the charges against him be dropped. Otherwise, it says, there will be consequences for Turkey.
If Turkey does not take immediate action to free this innocent man of faith and send him home to America, the United States will impose significant sanctions on Turkey until Pastor Andrew Brunson is free.
Turkey has strongly condemned the U.S. posturing. Turkey's foreign minister tweeted, "No one dictates to Turkey. We will never tolerate threats from anybody. Rule of law is for everyone, no exception." The threat of sanctions is the latest development in the increasingly troubled relationship between the two countries. Turkey is unhappy at the continued U.S. support for the YPG, the Syrian branch of the PKK terror group on the Syria-Turkey border, and the lack of progress in its request for the extradition of the leader of the FETÖ group, Fethullah Gulen. Meanwhile, the Americans are trying to persuade Turkey, which is a NATO ally, to drop plans to buy a defense system from Russia.
This U.S. administration has been making mistakes over mistakes in their foreign policy, in their foreign relationships, putting at risk all this good relationship that have been developed over the years between Turkey and the U.S.
And with the threat of sanctions looming, relations are unlikely to improve.
The U.S. hasn't said when the threatened sanctions might take effect, but Andrew Brunson is due back in court on October 12th, where he faces very serious charges, including harboring terrorists and involvement in the coup attempt. The Americans will expect for him to have been released without charge by then. Lionel Donovan, TRT World, Washington.